Stay fresh music.
Yo, so how's it going, guys? Welcome back to another GTA 5 video. So just over a week ago, I put together a video showing you guys the top 3 best ways to make money in GTA 5 online. And going off the feedback, it seems like a ton of you guys really seem to enjoy that video, as there was at least one method in that video that all of you guys can grind out straight away and stack millions. However, some of the methods in that video have now changed or they've been updated, so I thought I'd go ahead and put together somewhat of an updated version to that video, seeing as so many of you guys really seem to enjoy it. So as always, if you guys do enjoy this video and you do want to see me cover more epic money and RP methods in the future, all I ask is you show support by dropping a like down below, and feel free to subscribe as I do post daily GTA 5 videos. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so the first method I'm going to be showcasing in this video is how to complete this week's brand new time trial. It only takes 1 minute to complete and will earn you guys a very nice $50,000, so you really have no reason to complain. I guarantee all of you guys will come on straight away and smash this time trial at the park. Now, I would suggest you guys go ahead and use a motorbike for this time trial. There's tons of super fast motorbikes you guys can easily complete this one in, including the Sanctus, the Hakuchu Drag, the Shatoro. But in this video, I'm going to keep things mutual. I'm going to use the Bati 801, which only cost around $16,000. So I guarantee all of you guys can at least afford this motorbike. But like I said, if you guys own any of the new faster motorbikes, by all means, go ahead and call that one up. See on screen, I'm at this week's time trial called Up and Atom. Once you guys arrive at the time trial, you want to go ahead and start it. By doing so, you'll be able to see the finish line. So once you guys start it, you want to mark up the finish line and then hold down Y or triangle on PlayStation simply to reset it. So now this time you start it, you've got a waypoint on where you need to go. Get your front wheel parked outside the time trial, pop as many wheelies as soon as you start off, and from here this race is practically self-explanatory. That's why I'm pretty sure 100% of you guys will be able to complete this week's one straight away. As you guys can see, you're practically just following a road. You only have to go off road right at the end, but just do as I'm doing, keep popping wheelies, and as soon as you guys drop your wheelie, I would suggest holding A or X on the PlayStation just to lean forward, or you can hold up on your left analog stick, as this also gives you guys a little speed boost. Okay, now for this first turn in, I would suggest doing what I do, cut over onto the other lane just to save yourself a few seconds. Continue to pop as many wheelies as you want, but as you guys can see, this week's time trial is practically just driving on a normal road. Not really any shortcuts you need to take until the end, but the reason why I'd say pop as many wheelies because you do have a little difficult turning right in the middle. It's not too difficult, but like I said, as long as you guys gain enough speed up to this point, you can practically use your brakes and still complete this one. So for this part of the race, I'd suggest going in the middle of the roads, try and stay in between the lanes, as you don't want to be too close to the edge because you can clip off and fuck up the whole race, and obviously you don't want to be on the opposite side of the road. However, for this little part, I would stop popping wheelies and simply hold down A on the Xbox or X on the PlayStation just so you can lean forward on your bike, and then start popping a little bit of wheelies just to regain the speed that you might have lost. However, once you pass that bit, you should be approaching a bridge. Now from this bridge, you basically want to do what I explained earlier, get in between the two roads. There should be like a nice little section here with a lot of space. Pop his wheelie right over this bridge, gain back your speed. Now here is the dodgy turning where I talked about earlier. You guys can simply brake like I do here just to slow it down, then pop a wheelie just to regain your space. Then you want to jump straight off this cliff onto this road, do the same, go through the trees, and bang, 52k in less than 2 minutes. However, moving straight into the second method in this video, and this is by making the most out of the double money and double RP that Rockstar Games are currently offering on 2 adversary modes, Power Mad and Deadline. And you guys should definitely be making the most of these, as the promotion will be ending in just under 3 days now. It's all good me just telling you guys this is an epic way to earn some money. However, as you guys can see right here as evidence, I've been receiving hundreds of tweets from you guys thanking me for the epic payouts that you guys have been earning from grinding these 2 adversary modes. Now, I have already posted a video showing you guys a little bit more about these 2 adversary modes, just in case you guys don't really play adversary modes, fully breaking down what they're all about and a few little tips and tricks that should help you guys if you do want to grind this out with random players. Nonetheless, I'll quickly run through the best method to actually grind this new adversary mode in case you guys haven't seen that video. But one important tip I will say is leave a comment underneath this video if you do want to grind that method 2 with someone else, because you will need one other player. Just say willing to grind method 2, leave your gamer tag or your PSN, and you might be better off leaving what time you're usually on or whether or not you've got a mic. From my personal experience, I know certain players only like to play with other players who've got mics, and from what I've seen, if you want to leave what time you usually play GTA 5 online, it's more than likely you'll get more replies. So the first thing I would suggest you guys go ahead and do is either bookmark one of these brand new adversary modes, or do what I do, go ahead and create a brand new playlist. And to do so, all you guys want to do is press start, go across to online, go down to playlist, create, you want to go down to add mission, and you want to find one or two of these new adversary modes called Power Mad. Now, like I said, a great thing about this adversary mode compared to the older adversary modes where you would require a minimum of 4 players, all you guys need is one other friend to grind this method out with. So if you guys don't have that many friends that do play GTA 5 online, be sure to definitely leave a comment underneath this video with either your gamer tag or your PSN, and you might be better off leaving whether or not you've got a mic, because I do know certain players only prefer to play with other players who've got mics. However, as long as all of you guys watch all of this video all the way through, you won't even need mics. I guarantee you'll all be able to come on straight away and start stacking some insane cash straight away. Now, it is also worth mentioning, this is not like the old adversary modes where you would receive more cash bonus for having more players in your game. You will get exactly the same amount of money if you have 1 player in your team or you have 5 players in your team. There is one massive difference that you do want to make sure that you don't change, and that is you want to make sure that you have enough players to split it so you only have 2 teams. The reason you want to do that is because we want to split this into 2 payouts, the winners payout and the losers payout. Whereas if we have more than 2 teams, you'll get the winners payout, then you'll get the 2nd place payout, then you'll get the 3rd place payout, and you'll get the 4th place payout. So it's actually the worst way to grind money, because in the long run, the majority of the lobby are going to be losing out on thousands of dollars every single round for nothing. So you're always much better off just grinding this out with one other player. Like I mentioned, do be sure to definitely leave a comment down below. Tons of active players in my community, always up for grinding money. Now, once you guys are in this part of the menu, you want to make sure you have it on first to win 2 rounds with the round duration on 15 minutes and the target score set at 7. And then from here, go ahead and launch the game. Now, if you guys end up winning a round under 3 minutes, you're only going to receive 10k and the losers will only receive 5k. If the round finishes between 5 and 7 minutes, that will jump all the way up to 16k for the winner and 8k for the losers. If you guys go ahead and finish this game between 8 to 10 minutes, that will jump up again to 20k for the winners and 10k for the losers. And if you guys go ahead and finish the game between 10 and 12 minutes, your payout will increase to 26k for the winner and 13k for the losers. However, if you guys go ahead and spend the 15 minutes in the round, you guys will be receiving the max 40k per round, as well as a very nice 20k for the loser. Now, of course, Rockstar Games have changed this adversary mode, so the max we can go up to is the first to win 2 rounds, whereas the previous one, Overtime Rumble, was the first to win 4 rounds. So if I go ahead and win 2 rounds in this game and lose 1 round, I'll be receiving 40k for each round, taking my total to 80, plus the losers payout of 20k, taking my total income to a nice 100,000 per game. Yet you guys might be thinking, how the hell was my payout at 154 at the start of the game? And that's because I went ahead and earned something called the winners round bonus. And as you guys could tell, after a few games, this will make a massive difference to the money you guys will be earning in the long term from grinding this method. And it's very simple to do so because there isn't too many rounds on this new adversary mode. Like I said, it's the first to win 2 rounds. What you guys want to go ahead and do is either go ahead and play against a noob, so you can just let him win the first round, like go AFK so you get 20k, and then you go ahead and win the next 2 rounds so you're winning them back to back. In other words, one after the other. You guys will be receiving an extra $54,000 for doing so. So as you guys can see here, I just went ahead and let my friend beat me in the first round. Then I started to play properly in the second round, went ahead and won the second round, got my 40k, he got his 20k, we drawed at 1 round each. I went ahead and won the next round after this, which would bag me another 40k, but instead of receiving $100,000, boys, 154k, as well as an insane 15,000 RP. Holy shit! I'm not gonna lie, boys, by far one of the easiest and fastest methods right now that all of you guys should definitely be making the most of. However, moving straight into the third and final moneymaker method in this video, and I'm not gonna lie, this is probably my favorite out of the lot because it only really requires one of you guys to grind it, and you can earn the same payout for up to 4 players, and that'll be roughly around 25k or 28k to be precise every 5 to 6 minutes, which is absolutely insane. If you guys want to do some very quick maths, just over 20 minutes of work will bag you guys well over 100k, and that's basically by starting up the right MOC mission and playing it in the right way. Unfortunately, if you guys don't own an MOC, then you can't start these up yourself. However, don't worry, I've got tons of helpful players in my community, always up for grinding legit money making methods. So if you guys do own an MOC, leave a comment down below, say own MOC, willing to grind method 3, followed by your gamer tag or your PC. And likewise, if you guys don't own an MOC, leave a comment down below and say need MOC along with whatever console you play on, and I'm pretty sure you guys will get a ton of replies in no time. The person who's going to be hosting the MOC missions does need to make their way inside the MOC, go up to the little screen and press right on the D-pad just so you guys can do what I'm doing on screen and launch one of the missions. Now, as you guys can see, there is 8 different missions you guys can choose from, so I know a lot of you guys are going to be thinking what is the best mission to actually grind out for money in RP, and it is actually the 5th mission, the MOC mission called Cover Blown. Trust you me guys, I've smashed out all of these missions several times, and in fact I do actually have gameplay of me completing every single one of these MOC missions on my channel, so if you guys do want to go and check those out, do feel free to. Now once you guys are in the setup menu, obviously you want to change the difficulty to hard so you get that 1.5 extra cash and RP, and then from here go ahead and invite your 3 friends into the game. Now as you guys can see in the bottom right, it does only require 1 other player to launch this mission. However, you guys will be receiving bonuses for every other player that you have in your game, which I will talk about later on in the video. However, it is worth mentioning you're better off just trying to invite as many people in here as possible, because you aren't going to have no advantage by doing it with just 2 players. It isn't the type of mission where another player can actually fail the mission for you, which I know is pretty rare. Coming from someone that's played a lot of GTA 5 over the last 2 years, I do remember those days when I used to grind out contact missions with noobs and I had to rely on them to do one basic thing and they kept on just failing it. That shit right there will trigger any man. I don't care how fucking experienced you are at the game. The fact that a random player can't fail the mission for you in the mission is such a massive benefit in my mind. However, go ahead and launch the mission once you guys have got 4 players in your game. Now this mission, like I said, is by far, hands down, in my personal opinion, feel free to disagree with me down low in the comment section if you don't agree with me. This is hands down the easiest MOC mission you guys can select. You're basically just going to deliver an MOC from one spot, as you guys can see here, right near Trevor's Runway, all the way down to the docks. Now this drive alone only takes about 5 minutes, and that is being very generous. I'm saying 5 minutes including a bunch of crashes and stops and fails, like you guys just saw at the start of the video. I pressed start there, but as I was saying, all it requires is for one of you, in this case it's me, to get inside the driver's seat, and then your 3 friends can mount the guns inside the MOC, and then it's practically a walk in the park, as you guys are about to see. Now I'm actually going to fast forward this gameplay to save you guys time, but what you guys will notice is in the bottom right, once you guys encounter your first enemies, you'll get 2 bars. It will say enemy lock on and then speed. So basically you can't let the MOC go under a certain amount of speed before the enemies lock onto you. Now this sounds much worse than it actually is. I remember when Rockstar Games first released these missions, I almost thought this was like the movie Speed, where you know they're on the bus and as soon as they come to a stop the thing's just going to self-explode. I actually think there's another adversary mode with a similar theme to that, but this isn't the case for this mission whatsoever. I fully tested this method out to see how long can I like sit there until these enemies lock on and take me out, and you guys have all seen the gameplay. I practically come to a full stop right here, as you guys can see on screen, for a long time, and the enemies didn't take me out. I even go ahead and press start to see if there's any enemies around me, and there clearly was. So you guys don't have to worry about crashing into a wall and coming to a full stop and then exploding. The mission really isn't that hard like I initially thought that it would be. I've at least played this mission about 7-8 times and not died once. I've not seen the MOC to get destroyed once, so you guys really have to be below level 12 to fail this mission, or just really new to GTA 5. And what you guys would also notice is there is no roadblocks with these vehicles whatsoever right until the end, where there's one. And you also will notice is that the majority of these Pegasus vehicles will come face first with you. So in many cases you're better off telling your friends not to even shoot the vehicles in front of you, because you can just clip off them and glide straight past them. As I'm sure some of you guys might be aware, when you actually shoot or destroy a vehicle and it becomes stagnant, it could just block up the road and it becomes more of a nuisance than you actually just clipping an active vehicle out the way. But either way, whether you get your friends to take out the vehicles or you just want to drive straight through them, this mission is a walk in the park. And as you guys can see, that is it, boys. That is literally the mission done. Just one player driving the MOC from point A to point B with a bunch of your friends in the background just shooting off guns for the hell of it. And if anything, it's actually a pretty fun mission, especially if you're one of the guys sitting in the back. All you got to do is sit on a mounted gun and shoot cars, and you're going to be receiving a shitload of cash. You really have no reason to complain. Now, I know some of you guys might be thinking, am I not better off playing the final MOC mission, which is going to be the hardest? And the simple answer to that is no. All of these MOC missions pay exactly the same. So if you guys want to use some common sense very quickly, you're always better off just doing the easiest option, which will cause you guys less stress and earn you guys much more money in the long run. Now, if you guys aren't aware, Rockstar Games have updated how these missions do pay out. Every single mission, whether it's contact mission, MOC mission, or the special vehicle missions, they're all very much time based now. So the longer you guys wait in the mission, the more money you guys will be receiving. So to make things very clear for you guys, so you don't get confused, I put together this graph right here, and this basically indicates the percentage of payout you guys will receive for the amount of time that you spend in the mission. So as you guys can see here, to receive 100% of the pay from the mission, you guys will have to spend a minimum of 15 minutes in the mission, and that will bag you guys a very nice 47k every single time you do that. So that is method 1 of grinding this mission. As you guys can see right here, we was able to actually deliver the MOC in under 5 minutes. So if you want to grind at the AFK method, like if you guys are eating your dinner, you're watching some YouTube videos, or maybe you just want to go and crack a fat shit, you can literally just park up your MOC and be making money for sitting AFK. And just quickly, in case you guys was wondering what my friends doing throughout that entire mission, I'm going to show you guys their point of view right now. Literally all they had to do was get in the back of an MOC, mount a turret, and just spray it off against everything they can see. You do also get unlimited ammo whilst you're mounted on these turrets, so it is literally a walk in the park. When I tell you guys it is impossible to fail this mission, I mean it is impossible to fail this mission. So taking off where we just left, the first way of grinding this method is just to sit AFK once you deliver the truck, and then you can just go ahead and deliver it, and you'll receive your nice 47k every single time, as well as an epic 7,000 RP. However, if you guys take a look at this graph one more time, by spending 6 to 8 minutes, we're going to be receiving 60% of the pay, not 50%, 60%. So if we want to do some very quick maths, 60% of that 100% payout is still over 28k. So let's just say we complete this mission 3 times, that will only take us 18 minutes, so 3 minutes longer than the previous method. However, by completing it 3 times at 6 minutes each, we're going to be bagging an insane $84,000, which I think we can all agree, for only 3 minutes extra work, you're practically going to be earning double than the previous method, which the majority of people are going to be doing out there. You guys really have no reason to complain. Plus, you do also receive around 4,500 RP, so altogether a nice 12,000 RP on top of the 84k every 3 attempts. And the great thing is that this is unlimited. You guys can literally grind this out as much as you want, as long as you want. There is no cap. Nonetheless, that is going to do it for me, guys. Hopefully you guys do appreciate me covering 3 methods rather than just 1 in this video. Don't forget to leave a comment down below if you guys are going to grind out method 2, and if you guys do want to see me cover more epic money and RP guides in the future, all I ask is to drop a like down below, and feel free to subscribe as I do post daily GTA 5 videos. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.